Hi y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Kim here with CurKym Bricks, and if you like bricks, you like building with bricks, it doesn't matter if they're alternative bricks or Lego bricks, standard bricks, micro bricks, mini bricks, you are in the right place. We love building with bricks. We love bringing them to you. Today I have the coolest set. I'm so excited about this. If you guys have not seen Pantasy is amazing. They have come out with 3 new modulars and we could not afford all of them, so we had to pick. And which one did we pick? The Pirates Pub. It is set 85022 and this set is amazing. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It doesn't say how many pieces. It does say the dimensions here on this side. It is 17.3 inches wide, 17.3 inches long, and 22.8 inches tall. Y'all, I cannot wait to get into this box, so I'm going to open it up for you right now. We ordered this on Amazon. Pantasy does have their own website. I'm excited because I'm looking at this and I see that it has their brand new minifig shapes in here, and I am a fan of these minifigs. So let's get this box open. Let's see what's inside. Right, we have 2 build manuals. Oh, it looks like we have some stickers, possibly. Definitely some sort of build here. And we have got lots of bags. I'm not going to count them up right now, but we have 2 books. The book number 1 says Adults Welcome. Y'all, this is a lot of bricks. I can't wait to dive into this and get started. I'll be back after I'm done and tell you what I think about it. Ahoy, mateys. The build is done. Come aboard. You are welcome on my ship. This set is amazing. It makes me want to say yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, because there's one right there. And it reminds me of the pirate ride at Disney, and it just makes me super happy. When we saw this, I put it in the cart, I pulled the trigger, and Curtis was like, whoa, 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 whoa. We said we weren't going to buy anything. And I'm like, yeah, but have you seen this? It's so cool. We have to get it. And so I did. I pulled the trigger and asked forgiveness later. This set is called The Pirate Pub. There are 2 books to put it together, and they're small books. This is about 2,800 pieces, and the end finished size is 22.8 inches tall, 17.3 inches wide and long. This, I had to zoom out in order to get this all into the picture and get a whole bunch of stuff on the outside that I don't really want, because this thing is huge. And y'all, we're getting ready. We got the area over here. We're going to start building a city, and this is going to be a piece in our city because it is just cool. It's going to be a pirate theme restaurant for our city, and I cannot wait to take you into this build. 2,800 pieces, if I didn't already say this, and it is every shipwreck dream in this pub. It's absolutely phenomenal. The thing that came to mind when I was putting this together is the elevated build details in this set. It is just elevated, and I am going to take you in and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. There are 4 minifigs that come with this, and I'm going to show you these Pantasy minifigs. I am becoming more and more of a fan of the minifigs. I'm going to tell you some things that I'm kind of disappointed about. I'm going to give you our take on this incredible Pantasy Pirate Pub. Here we go. We're going to take you in. Okay, the first minifig that we have here is the only girl in this set. But you can see from this minifig that she is not only printed on the front, but she also has printing on the back. And she also has amazing printing on her arms as well. So you can see detailing on the sleeves and the arms, as well as her pink skirt and her shoes. She is adorable. And then with Pantasy, the cool thing is they have recognized that their minifig design does not sit very well. And so now their minifigs come with a second set of legs that are in the sitting position. There's also printing on the back of the seated position, which is awesome, that match the standing one. And with the seated one, you probably want to put a little 1x1 stud on the bottom of it because it doesn't sit well with all of the studs at the same level. But it is a really great feature that shows Pantasy is listening to their people. The other thing that I want to point out with this is that when you are building these, the feet that have the holes on it are the ones that are for the standing, and the feet without the holes are for the minifig when it is sitting. And so her adorable pink eyes, they're the big button eyes. I do appreciate the fact that Pantasy has done a awesome job trying to come up with their own type of minifig that is unique to them and is not as hard to put together as some of the other minifigs. Our second minifig, I believe to be just a patron of the Pirate Pub. He has a great printed pair of brown pants that have pockets on the front and detailing on the back as well. There are pockets on the back as well. He has a red shirt with black dots on it. It is a sleeveless shirt, and you will see that he also has printing on his arms that show his tattoos. I believe they're his armbands, and he, again, great hairdo with the wavy look, and the seated position also has the detailing of the pockets that match the standing. So that is an awesome detail that Pantasy has made sure that they look similar whether they are standing or sitting. Our third minifigure is the captain's mate. He has a great scarf on his head with a knot very detailed on the back. He also has printed pants on the front and the back, as well as printed on the front, back, and sleeves of his shirt. I love that he has a really cute eye patch on. The little skull on the eye patch is great. He also has sideburns. This is one minifig that does not carry on the printing to the seated position from the back of the pants. The last minifig that I've chosen to highlight is the captain of the ship. He's got great blue eyes, long black sideburns, and a red tie around the back of his head. He also has a great skull and crossbone on his captain's hat. The tail comes down from his cloak in the back on the pants, and he has printed both on the front and the back, as well as his arms. I really like this feature that they are printing on the arms and paying attention to the detail here, especially because their arms are a little bit bigger. This one does have the printing on the back of the seated piece to match the tails of the jacket as he is standing. And he is perhaps my favorite character of them all. I really like these Pantasy minifigs and all the effort they've put into them. So there is a lot going on in this build. In the front, off to the left here, there is a great crane. The crane has some movability up and down. It is, and to the right and to the left. It is attached to the dock with a chain there, but when you turn the wheel, it does not bring the crane up and down. The payload in the crane is, of course, some bottles of rum, and there's a fish in there. What's a pirate without a bottle of rum? And then we have by the dock, we have a cute little kitty here, and this great brick built skull. I adore this build. I just think it is awesome detailing. This is that elevated detailing that I'm talking about. The way they put this together and the structure of it is just phenomenal, and I really, really like it. There's a cute little frog down here as well as a crab, and there are some pieces of the dock that have fallen into disrepair as it sits here, sitting down in the water below, which is a really fun little detail, as well as these little pieces here in white and blue to kind of make it look like the water is bubbling around it. They have added greenery in different places in order to give it that fun seaweed look hanging off the sides, as well as some mossy type areas and some big leaves on it, which is absolutely phenomenal. This right here, let me take you in. This lantern is just really cool. It is on one of those angled pieces, and I love the translucent red piece that they put here, which is a little bit thicker than what you would normally see on a lantern. The front pier, it sits, I questioned actually the design choice on this, but it sits on a piece so that it can move around and it has a little bit of movability. Now, this is on a dock, it's on the water, so I guess I kind of get that, but I'm not really sure what the point is of having it connect to that one piece, except for maybe some movability. There's another great skull up at the top of this. The skull and crossbones build is absolutely awesome. They use this croissant piece in white in order to give it the really great detailing around the face. They also have this beautiful printed pirate bar piece that has a kraken on the top of it with a pirate cap. That is absolutely wonderful, and I really like that look. On the dock up front, we have a box. We have another great lantern, and next to it here, we have this cute little build of a dinghy ship with a lantern on the front of it. So if they needed to go out to get more supplies, they have the ability to go on this little dinghy ship. Here's another one of these lanterns on the side. And then we have half of the shipwreck up here. This build is absolutely incredible. I can't say it enough. I love that they put the big boom off of the front of this boat that comes out really far here. It sits on top of an octopus. This would be one criticism that I have. I love this octopus piece, and I'm sad that it is covered up by the boom here. I get why they did it. It's kind of that sigil that's in the front of a boat, but I wish they had made it maybe hang down so that you could tell that the octopus was there rather than covering it up. This piece does have movability to it. It does hinge up and down, so you can get a better look of the octopus if you want to, but it is technically covered. Below the bar here, you have a stock of bottles as well as your rum barrels that are ready to be tapped. There's this piece right here that is instrumental in holding the boat up as it hangs off the side of that building. And then there's this great palm tree at the bottom. All of the rock structures in this are just absolutely phenomenal and give it the look that it is sitting on the rock in the middle of the water. The bar up at the top has a great little seat right here to sit on. Let me take you in a little closer. It is super fun that it really has the shark teeth at the bottom of that. And then there is one peg leg. Now, the peg leg is so that it does not move around. It is a stationary chair, but I thought it was a good nod to pirate with a peg leg. And then we have the bar back there that has lots of cups and lots of bottles of rum, as well as a gold piece down here to pay for it. And you have the wheel And then on the top of this build is this awesome bubbling bottle of rum. It is an amazing build. I really love the way they have done this. They have the rum flowing off the outside of it. They have the one and only sticker in this whole set is this beautiful rum bottle sticker. It has beautiful silver detailing around the out, and it is just a beautiful piece. I love how they put all of these cool palm fronds all around it to give it, again, more dimension to the roof. This roof right here is great architecture. I love all of the pieces to make it look like it's been thatched and patched together. It's awesome. Again, elevated design choices in my opinion. This one does, in fact, rotate as well. It's very cool. I like the fish on the back of the bar and the lantern off to the side of it. And then the one thing that I will tell you that falls off constantly is this boom. I don't know if it's my fault in the way I put it together, but the boom mast here comes off and is easily knocked for me. So as I take you around the side of this build, we're moving from the front to the back. To the side, this is where the rum bottle is, up off the top up here. You have more palm fronds. You have ladders throughout this build to take you to the next level, which I think is great. I love this, again, elevated detailing down here. They used the fence post to make a graded window. It's absolutely phenomenal. Using these masonry bricks, these printed wood pieces are absolutely beautiful. I love how they have changed the colors around to make it look like it is made from masonry brick. As I take you around to the back, I have taken off a section that I'm going to put back in later to show you so you can see the inside detailing of this. Back here, you have a door to open for playability so that you can get into this area back here. I'm going to take you in a little closer so you can see all the fun details down here. So as you go in, you can see that this is an area that has seats as well as food on the tables. There's a cheese plate, there's drumsticks, there is a great candle at every single table, as well as the cups. On the back of that there, you have your, there's two swords on the wall as well as a shield. And then you have the main hallway coming down from the front, which has candelabras everywhere inside of it, a rat up top. Other than that, there's not a ton of detail inside of this. One of my least favorite parts of a build is when you have free roaming pieces when you're moving them around. Some of those green bottles are not attached to anything, and the food, the chicken drumsticks are not attached to anything. So those would be the things that, you know, I'm not super happy about. I might stand those bottles up instead of having them laying on the ground as designed. But on the back of this door, you have the wanted signs. These are printed pieces. They are wanting the Kraken. They want the Kraken. Well, the Kraken is a great rum, but the Kraken also may have attacked their mates or caused the shipwreck in the first place, maybe. I love all the detailing on the outside. Again, these printed wood pieces and the greenery looking like seaweed. So this is the next part of the build that's going to go up behind that cave, and it is the living quarters of the people who work the bar. On the top of this, we have a rooftop bar, which has a tapped keg of rum as well as the food sitting out on the table. This table is absolutely amazingly built. It's got all the printed wood pieces. It really is a standout piece. On the top, they could have gone really cheap on that, and they didn't. They made it very standout since it was on the roof. Also, we have all these beautiful gold pieces up here. They are the actual gold pieces, and they show this beautiful detailing. It also has this great grate here, which is where that leads to that area back there. You have these beautiful windows as well as this cool deck structure right here with a balcony. And then we have the rudder of the ship down here. Again, could have easily been left off. It is movable, but it is down there, and that is part of this beautiful detailing of this set. Then we come around. This is another piece that I just think is absolutely elevated as far as detailing. The shark tooth pieces off the side. There is a area here probably where cannons might have come out at one point. And then you have these details right here down at the bottom. You have the kitchen area, which has some printed pieces for the food in there, as well as dog bone down here, another cheese plate on top of a table with some rum. There's some swords in here and an axe. And then you have a carrot in a stew pot. You have all these great utensils down here to cook with. Then I'm going to take you around. This side is not all that exciting, except for, the masonry brick usage and the cool printed wood pieces. There's also a ladder that leads up to the top. And then on this side, we have opening shutters, and we have another door for playability that opens up to the captain's room. So in this room, we have a bed, we have a chest with gold in it. You have an awesome chandelier, which actually spins around. You have a great desk here. On the desk, you have a compass, a map where X marks the spot, and a great lantern, as well as a gold spyglass. And then this piece right here, this is also another free-floating piece, but it's great. It's the captain's log of what's going on, and it's got great printing on the front and looks like it has paper on the inside. The bed is okay. I love how there's little gold pieces sitting all over the place in this bedroom, and I like the playability as it opens up. Then we have the piece de resistance up here, the great sail, which looks absolutely phenomenal. That is tacked on with two pieces, and the eagle's nest with the pirate flag on the top there. This set, again, just exquisite detailing. So one other thing that I want to say about this build is that it is just on a base plate. Actually, it's on 4 different plates that have been put together, and this build is way too heavy for this one base plate. So I would recommend, if you're doing this, to go ahead and get it on a Mills plate right away, because it needs a Mills plate in order to hold all of the weight of this set. What do you think? Are you going to go out and get this set? Know in the comments what you think about this build, how you feel about it. I love it. I am here for it. Even with some of the difficulties that I had and some of the things that want to pop off really easily, I adore this build and I would buy it over and over again. I have no regrets with buying it. So thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Curtis would like to say it's your best way to help support us. I'm going to put a link to Amazon comment where Amazon Associates and anything that you buy through Amazon helps out our channel. We get paid a portion of it. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.